Hello, everyone. This is your teacher, Julian Marin, and today we're going to review Martes de Prueba number 1 for the 8th grade in the year 2026. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to start sharing my screen so we can see what kind of exercise we're going to solve today. So right here we have it in red. This is the first test of Martes de Prueba for this year in the 8th grade. So I'm going to increase a little bit the size. I'm going to zoom in. So the first thing we do is try to understand what kind of exercises we're going to solve. In this case, we have two different types. We have a single question here, 21, that is related to identifying where could we find a sign or a tag, right? In this case, we have this box over here with some information, and we need to decide or answer the question, where can we find, or where could we find this message? It says, PC Bluetooth mouse, the model and the color. Okay, so obviously this is equipment for a computer. This is technology. So let's see the options. Where could we find it? A, on a dress warranty tag. So we can cancel this because we're talking about technology, not about clothing. B, on a bag of recycled tools. No. The tools could be electronic or everything, but over here we're talking about more like hardware for computers. And over here, C, in the box of an electronic device. So essentially, what is a PC Bluetooth mouse? It is, by definition, is an electronic device. So we're going to select C as the correct option. Okay, so with that, we give an answer for the first type of question, because then over here they let us know we're going to be answering a different type of question, or different. We have a set of questions, but all of them from a different type. So I'm going to close here so I can scroll down a little bit so we can have visual of the 4 remaining questions. So let's start over here with 22. What we need to do here is to complete a conversation. It's not a sentence, it's a conversation. So normally conversations are held between 2 people, right, or more. So that is essentially the idea that we need to do, right? What we need to do. So let's evaluate question number 1. It says, Mom, have you seen my leather jacket? I can't find it. So then we're going to evaluate the options based on coherence. Okay, let's analyze the coherence of what answer could be a logical one, a coherent one, and for that we need to pay very close attention to both the options, but also the first sentence or question in this case. So it says, A, I think you left it in the car. This one could work, but then we need to analyze the other 2 options. B, yes, your father has a similar jacket. This is tricky because sometimes we fall because we find that it's mentioned jacket, and then some people will select this one immediately just because of the word jacket. But no, pay attention, because this one is not answering the question. The question is, where is it? Not if my father has a similar one. So B, we should cancel. B, no, I haven't bought any like that. So in this case, we're not even talking, we're not really sure we're talking about a jacket, but we're talking about an action, like buying a jacket or an item. And this one is not coherent. So I will suggest that the correct answer will be A. Let's continue with 23. Do you think Colombia has any opportunity to win the Football World Cup this year? So over here, we're talking about the context in which this year Colombia is going to participate in the Football World Cup. So let's evaluate the options and see which answer could be the correct. A, of course, we will classify next time. So this one evidently is talking about the same context, sports, classifying and all that, but over here we're not discussing about the next time and we're not discussing about classifying. We're talking about winning. We have already classified as a country to this contest. So not a good option, A. B, well, Colombia is playing with a new uniform. We're not discussing the uniform. And C, are you serious? We have no chance. So this one is the correct one because coherently answers the question. That's why. 24, I failed the math exam again. I will quit school. Okay, so we're talking about the school context, and we're going to evaluate which response would be coherent. A, I think my teachers are doing a great job. So first we start with I, and then again with I. It's like holding a conversation with myself. That could be possible, but not very likely. B, don't even think about it. Better study hard. So this is more like a response that a friend, a relative, or a mom will give to a son who's struggling with mathematics at school, right? So this one looks like a good option. Let's see the final one. C. Yes, my Spanish teacher is very strict. Again, it's like talking to myself, and then we're talking math, and then we're talking Spanish, so it's not very coherent. That is why I will suggest that the correct option would be option B. And finally, we got 25. Excuse me, officer, do you know where the parade is? Okay, so over here we're kind of setting in a context in which there is a parade going on. Could be, I don't know, about a local festival, Christmas festival, something like that. So let's evaluate the options. But the key word here is a parade, right? So let's see. A, yes, it is on Fifth Avenue. So this one sounds very, very positive and one that could happen. For example, there is a very famous parade. It is the Christmas parade on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving parade in New York City, which actually happens, I believe, I believe I'm not mistaken, around the Fifth Avenue. And you can see it here in capital letters. So definitely we're talking about New York City. So that's a good option. Let's evaluate B. Yes, it is a popular celebration. Well, we're not asking how popular the parade is. We're not even discussing the specific celebration. We're asking where, right? This is key. Where is it? Okay, so option B is not answering that question. And C, yes, it is today at 8 o'clock. Again, it's not answering the question because we're talking about time. It should be when, not where. So that is why the only coherent and possible correct answer will be A. So with this, we're finishing the review for Martes de Prueba number 1 on the year 2026 for the 8th grade. Thank you very much for watching. I will invite you to like, subscribe to the channel, and promote the videos and the channel so other people could benefit from these kind of exercises. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the near future.